secret spot with Jimbob and Trevor, skipper. We're on Trev's rib today. It's cozy, but it's a beast. So jump in, see how we go. The water's looking quite dirty. So let's see what we can find. Unfortunately, my head mount for my camera had a big crack in it, so my first drift with Jimbob I didn't actually film, but this is me jumping in the water with Trevor, and it's Trevor's very first dive, and he manages to shoot a beautiful Spanish mackerel, his first drop. We're on a fairly shallow bit of reef here, and it was definitely the fishiest I've ever seen it. You can just see the bait fish, surgeons. There's a shark that came in to check out the mackerel. So I sort of swam in between the shark and Trevor while he was sorting the fish out. The shark came and went a couple of times during this dive. But yeah, so first fish of the day was a beautiful Spanish, and we did a few drifts of this inner reef here. You'll see in the coming clips just how fishy it actually got. It was absolutely amazing. It's always promising seeing, a lot of fish around, because you usually guaranteed some winning fish in there. So yeah, a few more drops here, and then just keeping an eye on that shark still hovering around. That's the only shark we saw this day, which is actually a bit rare. There's been so many around lately when we've been diving. So yeah, just seeing one was quite nice actually. There's a solid bull hovering around, keeping an eye on it. That's good. Trevor managed to shoot himself a nice little morwong, which are really tasty fish, even though they don't get super big. Anyway, this cheeky Wobbegong thought he'd have a go at it and got himself in a good tangle in Trevor's line there. Managed to get himself out, but yeah, could have been in trouble there. Anyway, these last couple of dives on the shallow reef, I just wanted to show you just how fishy it got this day. Look at this, you can just see hundreds and hundreds of these fish. I've dived here when we've barely seen a fish. And so this is just really special to see. Usually it's a sign that you might see some pelagic fish around or some bigger fish trying to get a feed, and so it's just, and either way, it's just beautiful to dive among so much sea life. Very good for the soul. Again, a drop down here, probably the very fishiest drop I did of the day. Just felt like swimming in a cloud of little fish. Hundreds and hundreds of these guys. Jimbob's just jumped in on a beautiful Spanish mackerel. Get it up on the boat. Winning! Alright, beautiful. 2 Spanish mackerels in the bag, one from Trev, one from Jimbob, and we'll see what else we can find. We decided to move on to a quite deep piece of reef. It's 25 to 30 meters deep, and you can see a beautiful Spanish mackerel came in, checking out my grunting noises, maybe my flasher that I've got on my wrist here, but I did take a shot, but it was just a bit far off, and unfortunately I've missed a beautiful Spanish mackerel there.
It's a Spanish. It's a Spanish. I missed it. It's a good size.
If you blink, you'll miss the action here, but I'm doing a drop. I'm making some grunting noises. I look to my left, and there's Jimbob shooting towards a school of Wahoo. I've quickly lined one up. It all happens so fast. Made the shot, and I've got lucky. I learnt from my first Wahoo to just drop the gun and let it take your float. Look at the power on that thing as it just takes my float and runs. I'm just trying to get Trev's attention to keep an eye on the float so we don't lose it. Now I knew looking down at this thing that my shot was just not great. I could see it was just through the belly. So you'll see here I'm just not pulling it up. I actually sat here for about 5 minutes or so. I dove down a couple of times to check it out. It was just hanging on. I was actually quite sure I might lose this fish, so I was pretty nervous, waiting for a hopeful second shot, which luckily Jimbob came and gave me shortly after this.
I've been praying for a second shot. I think my shot's so crap.
Oh yeah, I didn't realise you were on. I thought you just missed and swam to the boat.
This thing has power, man. What the heck? You see them all?
Yeah.
It's like 30.
Yeah.
They just kept coming.
Yeah. I was aiming up on that one. That was the biggest one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I heard you grunt, and I was aimed at it, and then yours. Wahoo, bro.
Mate, did you see my Dynemas? It's hanging onto the guts.
Yeah.
It's barely at
Yeah, lucky I got over you. I didn't know you were on.
Oh,
sorry,
that's why
bro.
I couldn't pull it up. I knew it was going to come out. So lucky you shot that. I can't believe I didn't lose it, man.
Crazy,
Oh my god! You alright? Look what it's hanging on to. The stomach. That's why I couldn't pull it in.
Dude, like, can't believe that I lost that one and missed 2 more.
So did you get the big one swimming right under us? Just up? Yeah, that was bigger than this one, man.
Yeah, it was huge.
Oh.
And I shouldn't have, I put pressure on the float, I should have just completely
Let it go? Yeah. It's hard though,
I was doing finger pressure though, but still.
Yeah. Man, they got soft skin.